So I should say that when we launched the product 12 years ago, our vision was to say that security would be part of our daily life. And in fact, it seems it's a great vision, because in the end, we can see security solutions now everywhere. And we all benefit from it, governments, companies, and individuals. So with that vision, we have decided to launch a fund based on the following definition. We want to invest in companies that provide physical security product, IT security product, and security services that help to maintain the integrity, safety, and protection of the individuals, corporations, and governments. I should add up that in this universe, or in this definition, we don't want to invest in companies that have more than 5% of their sales related to weapons production or military contracting activities. The beauty with that definition is that we have a very, very large universe. And as a portfolio management, it's great to have such a universe, because we can invest in different vertical markets in the security market. It can be the cyber security market, it can be the food safety market, it can be the surveillance and access control market. So we have plenty of opportunity in terms of investments. Having a large universe like this as well means that we can move the portfolio to where the growth is and face any market conditions. And you can see it through the performance. Since inception, the security fund did much better than the MSCI World. I should say we see three reasons why the investor should be focused on security. The first one is related to the fact that the security market is growing much faster than the worldwide GDP. And I give you two numbers for that. Over the last 10 years, our security universe grew by 8% per year versus the worldwide GDP at 3.5%. And it should continue to be the case going forward. The second big reason is clearly related to the fact that we have incredible drivers behind the security theme, which are the innovation, the urbanization, and the regulation. And believe me, when I launched the product, these drivers were already in place, but they are much more stronger these days than any time before. And the third reason is related to the fact that we did generate with the fund an incredible risk-return ratio profile. So it means by that the fund recorded a much better performance than the MSCI World with less volatility. And moreover, the fund add up some diversification benefits in an overall equity exposure as the overlap with the different subsegment of the MSCI World is low. So as I mentioned, there are a lot of different vertical markets we're addressing with the security fund. And each of these vertical markets, there are very powerful drivers also behind them. So I'd like to be focused on two markets which we are very focused on these days, which is the cybersecurity first. When you look at the paper pretty much everywhere, newspaper everywhere, you can see that you have a lot of companies pretty much every day which has been hacked. Today it's HSBC in North America, but yesterday it was Facebook and other big companies in this world. So from that, it's easy to understand that for hackers, you have a real business now to make money. And so it means that these threats are not going to be reduced going forward, as you have a real business, as I say, behind. For companies and for chief security officer, they need to invest significantly in different and multiple layers to protect the data inside of their companies. So that's a great business to be in. It's not only, I will say, the antivirus product we used to have in the past. It's even more than that these days. We are talking about security such as antivirus, firewall, vulnerability management, identification product. So that's a very large market. By the way, I should add as well, we have a strong regulation, for example, in Europe these days to protect the end consumer, which is the GDPR. And for sure as well, it's forced company to invest significantly in security spending. So we have 22% of the fund which is exposed to that specific theme, and for sure it should continue to generate great performance. The second example I'd like to give you is the electronic payment. The way that we are going to buy our products going forward will change dramatically. Our societies are going cashless. By the way, in Japan, your government has decided by 2020 for the Olympic Games to reduce the reliance on the cash. So it means you will have more and more consumers using credit card, debit card, e-wallet, P2P applications, QR codes, or NFC technologies to make transactions. So it means by that as well, the volume of transaction will increase significantly over these next couple of years, as has been the case over the last few years. And for that, you need to have very secured companies to be sure that the food chain of the process, from the way that, from the moment you want to buy your product until the moment that your account is debited. So you want to be sure that here you have the full security solution during that process. And we have companies such as Total System, which is clearly benefiting from that. And I forgot maybe to mention one on the cybersecurity. We have companies such as Palo Alto Network or Fortinet, which are benefiting from these cybersecurity expenses, which are increasing year after year. So it helps as well to position the portfolio in the right direction to generate performance. In terms of investment process, so from here, I should say we have a proven and robust investment process, mainly split it in two parts. The first part, which is more a quantitative approach, it's what we call it the risk management factor. Here we do look at the volatility of the stocks. We do look at the liquidity of the stocks and how much of the company is exposed to the theme. And then we have the second part of the investment process, which is the active management factors. So it's where with my colleagues and I, we try to add value for our clients by looking at different factors, the company factors, management factors, valuation metric, ESG metrics as well. And we want, with all these two segments combined together, I think we have, as I said, a very robust investment process. I should say as well, so we don't have any benchmark. We are benchmark agnostic, which means that we have only our strongest conviction ID in the portfolio. So if you look at the top 10, for example, that's our main companies we want to be, for the time being, very exposed to, because we are very confident that these names will drive significant performance over these next couple of years.